Before we start today's video, I want to let you know that my book, Low Tech Life, is released and available on Amazon, both paperback and also on Kindle. Thank you for supporting and for everything that this community has done. I hope that this book brings a lot of value to your life and that it helps you with your low tech life. How's it going, everyone? Today we're taking a look at the AT&T Cingular Flex 2. This is a device on the prepaid lineup, but it's also going to come to postpaid, I've been told. It is around $20 to $25, and it is a flip phone with KaiOS 3.1. A couple of the drawbacks is that this doesn't have WhatsApp, which used to be included in KaiOS 2.5, but, it does have other features like very fast responses, no bloatware, and a couple of extra niceties that we will talk about in just a second. First of all, let's go over the hardware of the device, which is, again, a flip phone. It comes in navy blue, and it has a removable battery, a micro SD card, and a nano SIM card that you can use with the device. It does have the branding with AT&T. It does have a camera right here at the front, nothing on the back, and it does have USB-C and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which are great advantages. Again, if you're looking for a very basic device that does phone calls and text messages only, I think this is a great competitor. Then you can go into the KaiOS store if you need extra apps that are extremely basic. It does have a browser, and it does have messages with compatibility for group text messages. I will showcase how the messaging interface looks like. So if we put a number right here, and we put a second number right there, I guess I duplicated the number. It will convert it automatically into an MMS message. The text engine, you can do triple click, or you can also do what is called predictive text. If you press the star key, you have the ability to go into symbols or emojis. Right there, you have a good selection of emojis, and you can go next to, right there, about 5 pans of emojis. And if you press the pound key, you do have the ability to change right there between predictive, ABC, ABC, capital, 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. So right here, I'm typing the word hello in the predictive text mode, but if you want triple click, you just press the pound key, and you can change it right there to triple clicking to hello. So a good engine, a good text engine for very basic messages, things of that nature. Sadly, it does not have the ability to do what is called the, not the predictive text, but kind of like voice to text or things of that nature. The camera is serviceable. I wouldn't rely on it too much, but it does get the job done, and it can get you a couple of pictures. So my usual picture right here, I'm going to take a picture of it. And boom, right there, you'll be able to see it on the preview. Essentially, it's good enough for very basic pictures, and do not rely on it for very important information that you need to deliver. But you'll be able to send it over text if that is what you want. It does bring a couple of pre-installed apps like My AT&T and Kai Weather, but besides that, it does not have a lot of the other utilities pre-installed. This does have access to a couple of social media services, but I don't think you're going to be very enticed to use YouTube on this tiny screen. Plus, it's just a link to the website, nothing else, and it is quite hard to navigate. While you can technically watch it, it's not going to be the best experience in the world. As you see, navigating the cursor may be really hard. But the OS is very snappy with KaiOS 3.1. It does have the accessibility for email, which you can set up. It does have a basic calendar that you can access, and you can put different events and add them, all-day events, things of that nature. It does also have a clock for alarms and different timers and stopwatches, things that are utilities. You also have a calculator, a to-do list, a recorder. If you qualify for unlocking the app, you can also unlock the app, and you do have the ability to have a QR code reader, which you can also move into a different location. You can customize this to your liking. We'll go over the KaiOS store in just a second. It does have an FM radio, a file manager, and notes. So a lot of the basic utilities that you may need in order to use the device. You can also go and use Google Maps. It's very snappy, but it does not have directions live navigation. What it does have is a step-by-step instruction. This one does have a voice search. So if I say Starbucks right there, it will give me a list of Starbucks locations right there, and you can pick one, and then you can say, I want the directions to it, after which it will give you a list of directions via bus, via train, via bicycle. So the usability is good, but of course it's not going to do the live driving navigation. It's essentially a step-by-step list that you can click next. So it will tell you how to do many different things. So there's AT&T trying to get me to activate new service, which I already have, but it's probably just a delayed text that it appears. Of course, this device does have the ability to install a couple of apps. And this is not the only device that has KaiOS 3.1, but also there's a Nokia 2780, which is a little bit of a better build quality, and it does have a couple of other color options. If you don't want the blue, you can get red or black or things of that nature. Now, the KaiOS store does have a lot of different utilities. You can get a map that has maybe a little bit more functionality, which is the open maps. You do have Kai Weather, and you also have the ability to install one of my favorite ones, PodLP, which is a podcasting application. And again, there are other things that may not be super helpful, but there is also other little utilities here and there, like PDF tools or like a music app like KMusic that organizes your music even better. You also have the ability to, kind of like get a doc reader or IP addresses, things of that nature. Again, some of these are not necessary, but some of them may be very helpful to you if you are trying to do some work, just kind of like read-only work. Let's say somebody sends you a PDF, you use it, you read it, and then you get back to them with the information that you need. Of course, the dialer does help. Call quality on the device, I will rate it about 7 to 6 to 7 out of 10. It's not the most impressive device, but it does work. This device has been reset after my testing. So again, I am not necessarily saying that I have used extensively the device, but for what I've been using it for the last 2 days or so, I got it yesterday or 2 days ago now. And it's been working pretty decently for my usage. Then you do have the ability as well. Okay, I'm going to show you how the PodLP looks. So you have the ability right there to go to the different categories, and you get, let's say I want a comedy podcast. You can, of course, subscribe and listen to the episodes. But this is the main drawback for third-party apps. So first-party apps will not have this, but as you see right here, you see an advertisement. This comes with KaiOS and pretty much all devices unless you're able to sideload, but devices in the United States are not able to do that, sadly. But you don't have to live with these ads all the time. If you subscribe to the PodLP application and you subscribe to your shows, you will see these ads maybe every 5 or 6 clicks. So you just kind of like need to go inside, play the episode, and get back, and you will be able to play it without any issues. There are other things that are covered. You can also get the news. I would not use it very much personally because, again, this one's plagued with advertisements, but it does work for people that want this device to be a very basic device. Now, I will show you one more thing that you guys have been requesting when I go over this, and that is that I show you some of the accessibility features, things of that nature. So you do have advanced settings for the Wi-Fi, but there is no VO Wi-Fi as far as I'm able to tell. You do have call waiting, call ID, call forwarding, and call barring. You do have internet sharing with mobile hotspot, wireless emergency alerts, airplane mode, mobile network and data, international APN settings, things of that nature. You also have sound, personalization display, notices, date and time, language, input methods, and what happens with the lid if you open it to answer a call or close to go home. You also have a couple of shortcuts, write, down, things of that nature. You do have privacy and security, the screen lock right there, app permissions, do not track, or about KaiOS. You can clean up the storage, you can allow the storage. It does have about 4 gigs of storage, so it's not amazing, but it's not bad either. The battery life has been very good. This is my second or third day using the device, and I believe I'm still on about 50% of battery. So I will estimate it to be probably 2 to 3 days with medium to moderate use, and heavy use, of course, you're going to drain it faster. And if you use it less, probably it can last you a good 4 days, which is remarkable for, again, a device that is 4G LTE. This is compatible only with AT&T, but if you unlock it, it will be compatible most likely with T-Mobile, not with Verizon. The Nokia 2780, which is a competitor to this one, you can watch my review on the channel. It's actually a very good device, very snappy, very nice, and it costs more, but you do get a little bit of better build quality, in my opinion. This is not bad build quality, especially since you consider that you're spending about $30 on this device. But, if you want to go into a little bit better build quality, in my opinion, you can get the 2780 or 2760 even at $20 on TracFone or $80 on Locked that you can use with any carrier. It just kind of depends on what you want and what is most valuable to you. But this device has been really good, and I personally think that you can use a lot of it if you are interested in those features. Those are pretty much all the features that I cover. And if you have any specific questions about the device or any of the other devices that I have reviewed, make sure to leave it below. I believe one more thing for accessibility features, this one does have readout mode, which some of you are interested in. So invert colors, backlight, large text, captions, readout mode, mono audio, keypad vibration, hearing aid compatibility, RT call button. A lot of those things are important to some of you, so I make sure to cover them. Thank you for always being engaging in my videos and for sharing. And as a reminder, my book is out, and if you want to buy it and purchase it, you may do so on the links below. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.